Hello and welcome everyone to the Weekend Preview. I'm Darkside Phil. It is Sunday night, October 30th, 2016. You know what that means? It's the eve of All Hallows Eve. That's right. We are less than 24 hours away from Halloween here in the United States. And I'm excited. We've got a big event planned for the holiday, right? It's going to be a great marathon day coming up tomorrow. I'll talk about a little bit about that in a moment. We got a wide variety of games and gameplay coming up for you this week. A lot of projects that are kind of ongoing that I'm going to be getting a big chunk into this week. We've got the conclusion of Hitman coming up. There's even the possibility of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare / Modern Warfare Remastered. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, okay? But before I get to any of that, really quick up front, I do want to apologize for last week's Weekend Preview where I kind of wedged in this whole segment about my business and how it's doing. That really has no place in the Weekend Preview. I didn't want to make two videos that day because I knew one would overshadow the other. This week, I'm not going to be talking about that stuff. If you want to know the full skinny on what's going on with me and my business, I did a full vlog on it yesterday, right here on the King of Hate vlogs that you can watch. But I will say this one thing as a heads up. If you pledged to my Patreon for the very first time this month, because in the last week, a ton of people pledged to my Patreon for the very first time, warning, okay? Patreon auto charges you on the first of every month. So if you pledged, I don't know, let's say, for example, $10, but you don't want to do a $10 ongoing subscription, you only want to do maybe a $1 or a $5 ongoing subscription. You have to change that on Patreon before the end of Halloween. If you don't change it by midnight Pacific time tomorrow, it's going to auto charge you that amount that you pledged to me this month again on the 1st. And obviously, a lot of people I know did kind of up their pledges or pledge for the first time maybe a larger amount than what they want to be their ongoing pledge. You're going to want to change that quickly. I don't want anyone to have a misconception and get stuck or double charged by accident, okay? All right, and that's it about Patreon. No more. That being said, I want to get right into the schedule. So let's talk. This week is going to be an exciting one. First of all, today I played more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Here's what I have to say about the game after 3 major sessions, okay? It's a good game. And if you're a fan of Dragon Ball, you're going to love the game. Much like Dragon Ball Xenoverse last year. If you're a fan of that series, you're very much going to enjoy the game. But again, I have to say the same thing I said last year for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1. I don't know if this is the kind of game that's going to appeal to a widespread audience that isn't a fan of Dragon Ball, because there's a lot of grinding, there's a lot of repetitiveness, and outside of the main story, which actually isn't the major focus of the game, a lot of the major focus of the game is going out and training with different people to learn their abilities, and then you got to go do side quests, and then you got to go do this. Really, the focus is pulled away from the story. I've actually heard you can beat Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2's story in like 4 hours. But it's incredibly difficult because you didn't do any grinding on the side to get the levels and the experience you need to be able to tackle those game end bosses. So that being said, I personally am liking the playthrough, but I don't know how many people are actually enjoying it because I don't have 100% Dragon Ball fans in my viewer base. You know what I mean? I will be continuing with that this week. I'll talk a little bit about that in this video. And it is going to be an ongoing playthrough. I just don't know if it's something that's going to be a main focus or a major stream. And what I mean by that, today was my main stream. I didn't even get close to getting like 400 viewers today. I think the most I had was like 340. And that's a bad sign that's maybe a game I shouldn't put on my main stream. There's other stuff that people would want to see first. So that's what I'm considering, is maybe only doing it as like a secondary thing late on at night. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's kind of my preliminary plans for the game. I am continuing it, but I don't know if it's going to be a major 3 to 3.5 hour stream going forward. All right. Right now I'm doing the weekend preview. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm literally jumping over to my video editor to edit my Battlefield 1 review, which has everything ready to go. I just need to edit the videos with the text and get everything going, the transitions, and get it out for you tonight. And I know, listen, the game's been out now for over a week. Sorry, I actually would have had this review out on Friday if I hadn't been, yesterday, if I hadn't been sick on Thursday night and lost my voice. It ended up delaying that day where I couldn't work on it, and then it ended up delaying the review, until this weekend. So apologies, but that review will be up hopefully tonight if nothing goes wrong. So fingers crossed. Tomorrow, Halloween Day, is my big Halloween marathon event. I'm so excited. I love doing Halloween-themed stuff for Halloween. This year, it's a marathon because of the patrons who pledged in September. I'm dressing up. I bought a Halloween costume. I'll be on webcam the entire time, okay? And in addition, there will be 4 games played on this marathon stream. Starting at noon Pacific, by the way. The stream will start at noon Pacific time. Hopefully starting gameplay around 12:30-ish, like usual. First game. Well, alright, let's not say it in this order. These are the 4 games. I'm not promising you the order yet, because I don't know what order I'm going to play them. Layers of Fear on the PlayStation 4. Dino Crisis on the PlayStation 3. It's actually the emulated PS1 version of the game. Condemned Criminal Origins on the Xbox 360. And Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, formerly known as Spooky's House of Jump Scares, but they had legal issues last year and had to change the name of the game. That's on PC. So, 4 games that I'll be playing over the course of this stream. I may stick with one longer than others if people are really liking it. I may just move between them quickly. I don't know, but I am going to play these 4 games during the course of tomorrow's stream, alright? Pretty fun. And unlike a normal stream, it's not going to adjourn at 4 p.m. It's going to keep going till around 7:30 p.m. So you'll get around a good 6 to 7 hours of gameplay in there. Each game will probably get about an hour and a half, I'm assuming, of gameplay, depending on how it goes. All right. So that is tomorrow. That's going to be exciting. I'm really pumped for that. I really do feel strongly that that's going to be better. Sorry, because my phone's vibrating here. Okay. I do feel strongly that that's going to be better than last year's Halloween Marathon, because last year I only played 1 game and it kind of got played out after about an hour or 2 hours. Everyone got bored. This year it's like, oh, starting to get bored, let's do it, next game, right? And we keep moving on to new stuff to keep it fresh and fast paced. I think it's going to be a great stream. So that's all day Monday. Tuesday, it's time for the conclusion of Hitman. Yes, the final episode of Hitman is actually technically releasing on Halloween Monday. So I'm going to play it on Tuesday as my main gameplay stream. Asterisk, as long as it's available on PlayStation Network, because sometimes PlayStation Network does not update as quickly as Xbox Live. So I'd like to say 100%, yes, I'm playing it no matter what. As long as it's available, it's my main gameplay stream for Tuesday. Tuesday night, I'm going to be doing more of the Titanfall 2 multiplayer. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to review Titanfall 2. I've only played 4 matches of the multiplayer. So obviously I can't review. I need to play at least a few hours of this thing to get a feel for all the game modes and to really play enough so I feel if there's any flaws or if it's a great multiplayer, whatever. I need to play more of it. So 2 hours of that multiplayer coming Tuesday night. That will not be live streamed, but I'll record it and upload it to DSP Gaming for research purposes so that I can prepare for my upcoming review. Wednesday. More than likely, I'm on the fence about Wednesday. And the reason I say that is originally I was going to do a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 stream, but I'm wondering if I shouldn't do that now simply because, as I said, it's not really getting much attention on stream anymore. So maybe I should do something different. What I'm almost thinking is on Wednesday, I may do the return to PlayStation VR, because my PlayStation VR streams have done well consistently. Everyone I've done has had like 500-600 viewers or more. So I'm pretty excited. I want to finish up Here They Lie, which I'm near the end of this horror-themed game. I'm actually very close to the end of it, and then I ran out of time to play it, so I'd like to play that this week, maybe Wednesday. And then if I finish that quickly, because I think it's only like about an hour left in that, the other game, PlayStation VR Worlds, where I played this simulation of being attacked by a shark, and then I did this heist. I've heard there's a lot more to that game, and I want to explore that. So I think maybe Wednesday will be make a return to PlayStation VR stream. And by the way, this is not the end of PSVR. I have tons more stuff. I actually have a game, I think it's called Windfall or Windlands or something like that, that I actually... the game developer sent me a code for it and said, we've seen your PSVR coverage and we'd like you to play our game. I'd like to check that out. And there's still other stuff that I've done, or that I have on the demo disc and stuff that I'd like to check out, and I haven't had a chance yet. So I think that I will be doing more PSVR coming up in the future, especially as we get a little bit of downtime before new releases come out, okay? Wednesday night, I'm on the fence because I'm wondering if I should do a full-on review of Hitman, because I'll have finished the game by then. And if I do a full-on review, I think I could probably do it in one sitting, because I know exactly what I want to say about the game, except I don't know what I'm going to say about the conclusion, alright? So I may or may not be reviewing Hitman this week on KO Gaming. If not, okay, then maybe I will do another session of Titanfall 2 multiplayer and or start working on my Titanfall 2 review, depending on when I actually get enough gameplay in of that, alright? Thursday's stream is on the fence. I'm not sure what Thursday's stream is going to be. I want to kind of keep it open at this point. Maybe it will be Dragon Ball. Maybe instead it'll be something else, and Dragon Ball will be my second half of the day. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do. I am definitely... Let me tell you what I am guaranteeing. I'm guaranteeing more Dragon Ball this week at some point. More PSVR. and the conclusion of Hitman and the Halloween stuff. That's all a given this week. Plus, I will begin to start working on reviews and stuff, and I will be playing a little bit more of the Titanfall 2 multiplayer. Now, the big if statement for this week, okay? Here's the deal. All this year, I have staunchly been opposed to buying Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I said it to everyone, listen, the game looks terrible, and I just kind of refuse to buy this game if I have to spend $60 to buy Infinite Warfare in order to play Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, tons of people, I'm not kidding you, like probably hundreds, over the past 6 or so months have contacted me asking me if I was going to play Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. It seems like there's about an equal number of people who are interested in seeing me play either, because a lot of people watch my videos of Infinite Warfare to know if that game's any good every year, and this year in particular is a big year for first-person shooters. I just played Battlefield 1, I'm playing Titanfall 2, and now Infinite Warfare. Within like a 3-week period, all these games released, by the way. They're really cut into each other's markets idiotically, in my opinion. And a lot of people are wondering, what's the best FPS this year? What's the king of the three? Which one should I buy if I can only buy one? And I can't answer that question if I don't play them all. But I stuck to my guns, and I kept telling everyone I'm not going to buy this game because I don't want to give Infinity Ward and Activision money for Infinite Warfare when it looks terrible. All right. Now, I could be wrong. The game could actually end up being great. But from everything I've seen, the single-player trailer, the multiplayer trailer, and the stupid, awful zombies, it all looks bad. It really does. It looks bad to me. I got contacted 2 days ago by a viewer who said that they want to donate the game to me. And I'm like, I mean, if someone were to donate the game to me, then I probably would take the time to cover it as a service to everyone. It wouldn't even be necessarily that this is a game that I'm 100% invested in and so interested in, but if people really want to see me cover it so that I can do that comparison between Battlefield, Titanfall, and Infinite Warfare, I'll bite the bullet and I'll do it. Plus, people want to see me play Modern Warfare Remastered. They've been asking me all year, and if I can get my hands on that and do some multiplayer of that, people might really like it, okay? But I'm not spending the money on it. I'm just not, especially now. Things are financially tight for me, and I'm not giving them money. But someone offered to donate it to me, and it was not only the regular edition, but apparently the step up that has the Modern Warfare Remastered in it. And I said, well, if you are okay with it, I will accept the donation. But the person said that they would contact me later in the week. I guess what they have is they have a copy pre-ordered on Amazon, and they're not sure if it's going to be a physical copy or if it's going to be a digital code, which I don't understand because I think you can pre-order both on Amazon. If it ends up being a physical copy, I'm going to get it late because if this person doesn't get it till Friday, then they're going to have to pay to ship it to me, and it's not even worth it. But if it ends up being a digital code, then I would consider playing this game, all right? So we'll see what happens. I cannot guarantee you that I'm playing Infinite Warfare. I can't because I don't even know if this donation is going to work or come through or whatever. But I'd like to play it if it would be donated, I would be willing to cover, yes, the single player and the multiplayer, check out a little bit of the zombies, and in particular, it's the Modern Warfare Remastered that I really want to check out, okay? Now, the good news is, there are no other new releases for a full week. It's actually going to be November 11th when the big new release, Dishonored 2, comes out, okay? So that being said, I have a full week to maybe check out Call of Duty for a few days, and then go back and finish up whatever I haven't finished with my other games and playthroughs, and I think I should be able to do that in time for the Dishonored 2 launch, okay? So I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a fun week this week. If I get to do Infinite Warfare or not, then I'll continue on with the other stuff. We'll see what happens. Now, a couple things, because I know some people have been questioning me about stuff this past week. The first is, what is the fate of WWE? Because I played it several sessions. At this point, I think I'm like 30 to 40 parts into a My Career Run playthrough. So I'm like 9, 10, 12 hours, I think, into my career. And people are saying, well, am I going to continue that? Well, the bottom line is this. I'll be honest with everyone. I'm bored. The last session that I played of it, nothing really happened. I'm bored as hell because the My Career mode, once again, I hate to say it, god damn it, it sucks. And this is like the third year in a row. I'm sorry. I'm actually taking the hat off to show you how serious I am. The My Career mode sucks. They fuck it up every year for a different reason. First, you just did a bunch of repetitive jobber matches and there was no goal or anything. It was just boring. Then last year, oh, well, we're going to add in NXT, and we're going to add in feuds, and we're going to add in title runs, but you would have endless amounts of weeks where you'd have to wrestle the same fucking jobbers for no reason, and it was just so fucking boring. This year, Oh, well, now we have a new feature. You could skip NXT completely and go to the main roster and wrestle all the high-profile people. Great. And that was good for a few sessions. But now, I'm never getting a title shot. I am almost 12 hours into the game, and I don't have my first fucking title shot yet. What are they thinking? Like, that's stupidity. That is just absolute stupid shit. I don't, like, you think all I do all day is I wait to come home and play WWE My Career for 5 hours, who in the hopes that if after 3 weeks of grinding in this fucking thing, I'll finally get a title shot? No, if there's nothing in the career mode to hold interest, people aren't going to keep playing it, and that's the bottom line. It's not holding my interest anymore. It's boring me. I don't know what the fuck. It's the 3 years in a row this My Career mode has fallen flat on its face, and something has to be done. Someone has to slap some fucking sense into these game developers and be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You have to make it, especially this year, they put no campaign in the game. There's no showcase mode. So no story, a boring My Career mode. Once again, online play that's fucking worthless because it was never good to begin with. So what am I supposed to do with this game? You know what I mean? Now, some people have asked me, will I be doing Sims? Well, I have the game. I would like to do Sims, but the thing is, the game's only been out now for what? Let's see. 1, 2, a little over 2 weeks, right? So, really, if I were to go into the created wrestlers to try to do fantasy Sims and stuff, I'm sure there's good stuff, but probably not a ton. And what I like to do is maybe wait like a month or a little longer, and then I grab the best stuff that's been created initially, and then I do a big on fantasy sim. If you remember last year, I did a holiday Christmas themed fantasy simulation, and that went really well because there was so much after the month and a half that the game had been out that I was able to get these great wrestlers for a fantasy simulation. I am going to do that, but I just don't know if I can continue this playthrough. And a few people sent me suggestions over the past week. People are like, do one more session just to give it a last hurrah. But even then, it might be so fucking dirt boring. And other people are like, check out Universe Mode. Universe Mode is garbage. Like, it's always been garbage. It's a sim mode where you simulate a season. And nothing happens. It's like a simulated WWE. I'd rather watch the real one. Like, you know what I mean? The My Career Mode is interesting because it's your wrestler. That's why it's interesting. I don't want to see a simulated universe of WWE. What is fun about that? You know what I mean? Like, I've never been a sim guy. I played The Sims 4, and you saw how that caught on. I liked it for about a week, and I got bored of it. I don't play these sim-style games. I really don't want to sim the actual universe of WWE. If you want to do a fantasy pay-per-view, that's fun. You got fantasy characters coming in or whatever. But again, I don't see any worth to it. So I don't think I want to do the universe. And there's nothing else to do in this game right now. So it might be indefinitely suspended. Oh my god. I've indefinitely suspended WWE until further notice. So thank goodness I haven't wished them luck in their future endeavors yet. You know, that's wrestling lingo. But, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if I want to play it again, honestly. I would like to keep the game to do Sims in the future. But I don't think I have a desire to play it. And that's a shame because there's nothing else to the game this year. I can't even review it because what do I review? It's just not good. I don't know what happened here. So WWE's kind of on the shelf for now. I'm not really interested in playing any more of it. Unless someone could convince me otherwise, I'm not really interested in playing any more of it. And outside of that, I think everything else has pretty much been wrapped. Oh, that's right. There is one more elephant in the room, and let's address it. Incidentally, a game that came out the same day as WWE, Gears of War 4. Wow, I mean, what a game dead on arrival. And what I mean by that is, like, they hyped it up. I saw online there was some hype from it from Microsoft or whatever. The game came out. No one's talking about this game. No one's even, like, playing this game. Like, I didn't hear anyone even mention hype for Gears of War or is still playing Gears of... One person, I shit you not, I can recall one person contacted me and said, Phil, are you going to play Gears of War 4 multiplayer? And I said, I don't know. And that was like 2 weeks ago. So I played through the campaign of Gears of War 4, and it's okay. It wasn't bad, but it certainly wasn't great. It was kind of down the middle. It was good that it was there. It was cliche, par for the course for Gears, which, in my opinion, Gears didn't ever have, like... But I think Gears 2 was, like, a really good campaign. Outside of that, it was kind of like, you know, it's there. I don't know. I played, like, 2 matches of multiplayer, and not one person wants to see it. That's really bad, man. Now, I'm keeping Gears because, as usual, at the end of this year, I'm planning on doing a multiplayer event where I do multiplayer gameplay with my viewers. And obviously, there's so many games this year. Gears, Overwatch, Call of Duty if I get it, Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2. Oh, God, there's another one, too. What was the other one? There was another one I was just thinking of recently. I was like, man, that would be a great one for multiplayer. Shit, I can't remember. Because I was gonna say Forza Horizon, but it's only, what, 4-player? And that's not really something where you could set up a lot of stuff to do, so I don't know if that would be viable. Oh god, what was it? I swear there was one more. Now, I guess not. I guess not. Because sadly, there's a bunch of games that I did have earlier this year that I had to delete off my PS4. For example, Doom, Uncharted 4, you know, a few of these big games that were multiplayer games earlier this year, I had to delete them because I didn't have hard drive space for the damn things anymore. You know, every game you buy for the modern consoles has to be fully installed to the hard drive, and I could only fit like maybe 7, 8 games on my PS4 at once. So until I finish playthroughs, I could delete stuff. You know, these games, I can't even reinstall them. But anyway, I would consider doing Gears of War 4 multiplayer for like a year-end fan appreciation multiplayer event. And so I'm not going to get rid of it, but no one seems to be asking for more of this game. That's sad. Like, Horde mode used to be fucking huge. Everyone used to like Horde mode of Gears 4. I don't hear anyone talk about this game at all. Not even in social media. No one's mentioning it in any of my feeds on social media or anything. It's just like, okay, it exists, bye. Because all the other games, you know, if Battlefield, boom, that was it. As soon as Battlefield came out, that's all anyone fucking talked about for competitive. And now, of course, you got some buzz about Titanfall. And, of course, this week coming up, you got the buzz for Infinite Warfare. Wow, Gears got eaten up, man. I don't know what happened over the years. I guess it's just the popularity after Gears 3 ended, and now they oh, we're restarting the franchise? Yeah, right. I guess it didn't work. So, Gears kind of indefinitely suspended. WWE kind of indefinitely suspended for now. And we'll see. I want to continue on with the stuff that I'm doing, like I mentioned. And we'll see. I'll have more information later this week. On Twitter is where I'll give you the information about whether or not I'll be able to be doing Infinite Warfare this Friday or not. If not, no skin off my back. I got more than enough other stuff to do until Dishonored 2 comes out for me to be checking out. So I'm totally okay with that. Okay? All right. So that's it for the weekend preview, everyone. Thank you to those who stepped up and pledged and were really helping me out this month. I superbly and supremely appreciate what you're doing for me. Let's see what happens. Let's see if things turn around a little bit more positively for the business in the next few months. Ad revenue is going up, by the way, right now on YouTube, so maybe I will be doing a little bit better. That's good. We'll see how things go. But for now, thank you for sticking in there with me. Thank you for supporting me. I hope you're looking forward to all this coverage I'll be doing the next week. All right. That's it, everyone. Peace out. And for the final time, special thanks to the following October patrons. Excuse me. The following September patrons who made tomorrow's Halloween marathon possible. I'll see you tomorrow for the Horror Fest. Peace out, everyone.